Previously on Starting Over, Jennifer created a necklace that showed the dozens of issues she's trying to overcome.
On the necklace are things that I had written on my bricks from my activity the other day. I'm not too happy about wearing it.
But you wear it every day in everything that you do.
Towanda had a tough time forgiving her father's infidelity.
Why do you hang on to that?
Well, I believe that it's because of the hurt and the pain that it's caused. It's hard to let it go.
Meanwhile, Kim opened up about her strained relationship with women.
I don't have good relationships with women. My mom she's the only person I go to for support when she dies. I won't have anybody.
And she also told the women about the painful split from her father.
My father left when I was 6. My father had a whole separate family, which did not include me.
So we're getting a new roommate today, so that sucks for me because it's been nice to have the room by myself. Because, you know, that one roommate that was kind of bizarre flipped out and left. I was having nightmares. She was bizarre.
All right, Mama, I love you, and
I love you too, Happiness, and you have a happy, happy birthday. I'll call you later tonight.
Okay.
Okay, love you, honey.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Surprise?
Yeah.
I didn't think it'd be you.
Okay, it's me. Today's topic is something I think has affected all of you, and something I know something about also. So, the topic is divorce.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, why oh geez?
It's a tough topic, I guess.
Yeah, a really tough topic. I think everybody in this room is either a child of divorce or a child of marital separation or had a divorce. When parents get divorced, it's sometimes really shocking, and sometimes it's totally expected. What about that? How was that for you?
When you go through something like that, you almost feel as if you have to take a side. And then you feel guilty if you choose one and not choose the other.
Did you have to take a side?
I felt that I had to.
Okay. Which side did Towanda take?
Her mom's.
Oh, okay. We could have guessed that. Okay. Has anybody tried to get into the space of figuring out why all these men acted the way they did?
I feel that a lot of men are greedy. They want it all.
Selfish?
Yes, very much so. They want their cake and they want to eat it too.
Okay, we got 3 votes for greedy, selfish men.
And they like to lie.
And they like to lie.
They're born to lie.
Born to lie.
Born to lie. Okay.
Born to
Boy,
lie.
Okay.
My father has been in prison for 10 years. There's a lot of me that is really angry at him for simply leaving the family. And that's a lot of the reason why I have to wear this stupid necklace. Because a lot of the things on here are about the anger that I have. I'll just be single forever.
You'll be single forever because?
Because all men lie and cheat.
All men lie and cheat.
At some point in their lives, we're convinced.
So let's get down to brass tacks. What is it about men that makes them cheat?
Could be anatomy.
Anatomy?
It's sex.
Exactly.
100% sex.
Okay. So men cheat purely because they want other sexual partners.
Right.
I think so.
How do you pick a man and predict whether or not he's going to be loyal to you?
You can't. You
Well,
can't. You
okay.
can't predict. You just be happy for what it is, and if it happens, it happens, and I'll just be at the courthouse divorcing.
I think the women are frightened to forgive their fathers. I think they're scared about the meaning of forgiveness. I think that to forgive their fathers means to betray their mothers.
Do people deserve a second chance?
Not,
Do they?
Not with that.
Let me ask a question. You're married for 15 years. You've had a wonderful life. The man makes a mistake.
No.
He cheats.
Nope.
He's just out the door.
No
How
way.
I feel, what will happen?
I'll never trust him again.
Exactly.
I could never have sex with him
Exactly.
again, ever. It would be a deal breaker, period.
If he did it the first time and got caught, the second time, he's going to be even slicker to not get caught.
Right.
That's just how I feel.
But
He's going to
what about
perfect
this?
it. He's going to perfect it.
If men all think with their anatomy, as Sinead points out, and you all believe, what stops guys from cheating?
Thinking about the things that they're going to lose.
Consequences.
Yes.
And not putting yourself in the position that it's even a possibility for you.
Because before you do it, you have a choice.
Right.
To say, yes, I'm going to go on with it, or no, you know what, that's it, I can't do this. You have a choice.
You know, when I listen to you guys talk, I get the feeling that so many of your feelings and your thoughts today are so connected to your families and to the pain you felt.
I lost my childhood. I feel like I was robbed of my whole childhood. Robbed. Yeah. Of any normal life.
I feel like I was gypped. Like,
you're angry.
Yeah.
Anger, 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 you know. And your coaches are going to say it, and I'm going to say it, you know, what's the payoff for being angry? That's something that you really have to think about, because here you are 20 years, 10 years later, still really angry.
Come and meet your new family.
The stick figures on the lawn represent the members of Towanda's family, the Braxton family. Today, Towanda will identify the labels she has projected onto her family members based on how she feels about them.
Can I make one change?
Yes.
Thanks.
Okay.
This will make me feel so much better.
Okay. Well, tell me about the change. What's that about?
I just feel that it's an honor to be called a stepmom.
You just insist on holding on to that, huh?
It's just going to be very difficult to let it go.
Well, of course, if you keep languaging it as difficult, it's going to be real difficult. I find it very interesting that Towanda refuses to acknowledge her stepmother, even though she says she's willing to heal.
Our perceptions grow out of our associations. So I want us to get a real clear picture, Towanda, of what you've been associated with.
Okay.
What your associations are. And what it's going to take is really some emotional honesty. Because we talked the other day about how it's been difficult for you to express your feelings. So here we don't have to express them, we just have to honor them.
Okay.
Reach in and pull out one.
The purpose of this exercise is to get Towanda in touch with her role in the family and the roles that she has assigned to the other family members.
Fake. This is my father.
That's your father, okay.
He's fake.
Who's the peacemaker?
Wow. It used to be me.
Okay. You gave it up, or were you replaced?
I think I was replaced by Trina.
Trina, okay. You give me that and pick another one. So Daddy's the fake, Trina's the peacemaker. Go give that, put that in her heart. And old Daddy, well, he only got one thing. Did he have to get the fake first?
I'm the angry one.
Really? Okay. Well, then we'll give this to you. This will be yours.
Yeah, that's me.
The angry one. The martyr.
I'm not going to have no room. Golden child. That's Tony.
That's Tony.
The enemy. Let's see.
Okay.
She's the enemy. Sleeping with the enemy.
I've never wanted to acknowledge the fact that my father remarried and that his new wife is sorta, kinda a part of my life because she's married to my father.
Victim. Who's always the victim. Oh, woe is me.
Who's that?
My father's wife.
Your father's wife? Okay.
She's the victim.
I guess if I was least important and nobody special, an enemy and the instigator, I'd be the victim too.
Well, sleaze bag. Is she gonna have enough room? Failure. That'd be me.
Okay.
That'd be me.
All right. When you look at that, what comes to mind?
I really do have a lot of stuff.
And who would you say you have the most stuff with, just based on what's going on?
My father's wife.
So when you look at that, and we're talking about getting to know yourself, what would you say about the sad, pleasing servant that organizes, but feels like a failure. That's angry. What would you say about that person?
That she's pretty mixed up. That person's pretty mixed up.
Towanda is the kind of person who must see it in order to believe it. Well, standing face to face with the role she plays in her family, it's a rude awakening.
How would you like to see that change? Which one of those tags would you give up?
Of mine?
Yeah.
The angry one.
The angry one, okay.
That's a good one.
Do you want to give that up bad enough to forgive Daddy's wife?
I do want to give it up really, 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 really bad.
Period.
Period.
And you made such a profound statement the other day when you said, I could be wrong. Maybe I have the problem.
Yeah, it's evident now. You can see that I have a problem.
Okay, sweetie.
Okay, bye. I'm just ready for her to get here so I can see who it is and get it over with. Let's get this show on the road.
We're getting a new housemate today, and I think that all my other housemates are in agreement to this one, that we really don't want another Deborah. We want to stay away from someone who is not willing and ready to seek help.
So, you are starting over, and today you're going to get a new roommate.
I know.
Here, you have an opportunity, Kim, to start a relationship in a brand new way.
That's true.
So what are some of the old patterns when you started relationships that we want to not have on the playing field today?
Make a judgment right off the bat.
What else?
Maybe be excited about it.
Just excited.
Maybe be excited.
Yeah. Why excited? Tell me why.
That I could have a new friend.
Yes, a new friend.
A new friend.
Who knows absolutely nothing about you.
No.
No bribing.
No.
Just show up and be Kim.
Just show up and be Kim.
How does that feel?
A little scary.
So today you're going to have an opportunity to be in your new nature as Kim. So what I'm going to ask you to do for your assignment today is I want you to welcome this woman, your new roommate.
Okay.
Clean the room, prepare it for her.
I've done that already.
Okay, maybe buy her some flowers, buy her a card, whatever. And then for this evening, prepare a pajama party for her and the whole house. Welcome them in. Think about decorations, about menu, about snacks, about whatever.
Well, and I'm going to do that, but what if some people are just cold? Do you know what cold means? Cold, distant, mean, rude, inconsiderate, and they just show up in the world that way.
Kim has a tendency to blame other people and make them responsible for what she's feeling. I suspect she does the same thing in her life, makes them responsible for what she's supposed to do.
Sometimes people are cold and mean and distant because they need food. That food is love. That food is care. That food is nurturing. That food is concern. And if you have those things to give, why not give them?
But why can't they give it to me?
A starving person can't cook.
Then why do I have to do it?
Because you're the better student. Let this be a relationship that you begin, Kim, without expecting anything in return. Just give to her from your heart. Not bribing her for friendship, not even expecting a thank you.
A fresh start.
That's right.
Clean.
That's right, clean slate. You have a budget in here.
Okay.
That you're gonna take and get all the things that you need.
Kim's pattern is to throw money at people and buy their love. Well, for this assignment, her budget is so small, there's no way she can buy a friend with it. So it has to be about her being thoughtful and loving and present.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sue.
Thank you so much for your help. I appreciate it.
Okay.
All right.
I'll see you back at the ranch.
Sounds good. Thank
Create a great day.
I will. Thank you.
Now, you've been away from your husband for about 2 weeks now?
Yes, 2 weeks today.
And you're a newlywed?
Yep.
So what's it like to be away?
It's hard. It's very difficult.
Yeah? You know, the theme of men are liars and you can't trust them, but your husband, you trust?
80%. And that's sad.
Just because he's a man?
Just because he's a man.
Not because he's giving you reason.
Just because he's a man.
What's it like to live suspicious and distrusting?
It's awful.
Is it really awful?
Yes.
But you don't look, you don't look like it's awful.
You know why?
Why?
Because, okay, when I get nervous and, you know, when I don't want to open up, that's like what I do. I smile.
Yeah.
It's a nervous condition for me.
But
and then the outer appearance may seem or may appear that I'm fine. I got everything together. Oh, my head's straight. Oh, my goodness. I'm a big mess.
Are you really?
Oh, yeah.
You really feel that?
I know I am.
But you come across as very well put together.
And confident.
And confident.
And I'm not.
You're guarded. You're distrusting. That's part of who you are, right?
It's such a tug of war because I fight so much with my emotions. Extremely with my emotions, that it's exhausting. I'm exhausted when someone pulls something out of me.
Really? But what emotions are in conflict? What are battling?
Let's see. It's like a mob. There's so much going on inside of me. It's okay, and this is the way that I put it. It's like going to the mall, and you're sitting in the mall, and you hear a whole bunch of people talking. But you can't decipher exactly what they're talking about. That's what's going on.
That's a good analogy. Okay, so Towanda, let's say that one day you decide to let it all come out. You just let it all loose, right? What do you think you'll be left with after the dam breaks?
I don't release my emotions because I don't want people to think that I'm weak.
And you could be taken advantage of, right?
Right.
And the last
I don't
thing
want
you
to feel
want,
vulnerable.
Right. Last thing you want is somebody to take advantage of you. You always want to second guess people.
Yeah.
Right? You going to do that with me?
I've already done it.
Tell me. Let's talk about it.
No.
Well, you really haven't, because guess what?
I have. You'll be shocked.
But listen, you have exactly done what I expected. You've done everything. I'm in the right. You're in the wrong in the sense. Because I've actually got it now. You're not going to tell me anything. You're not going to open up. You're not going to trust me. You're not going to let me in.
This is a new day, and I am trying to be excited about having a new roommate. So I'm going to throw her luau.
I need silly string party hats and horn globe. Flip-flops would be cute, too. How cute is that? I love it. So if I get 2 of each color, that would be 6.
We have this one.
Perfect, 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 perfect.
So when is the party?
Tonight.
Wow.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for your help. Hi, Miss. You're right on time, Miss Jennifer.
Okay, we ready? I feel bad for the new roommate, though, because she's coming into, like, we already have our bonds, and she's just getting thrown in the middle of that. So I'm really worried that it's going to be another psycho.
I know, I am too. Someone as bad or worse than her. Right.
I think a lot of us are a little leery, especially after the Deborah incident, that it's going to be somebody maybe that's a little bit like her.
I have to try to think differently, or else it won't, you know what I mean? It won't work, because none of us are happy about a new roommate coming in, but if I don't gear up for it and be happy about it and put all this into it and really, you know, welcome her with my heart, then it's not, then I'm not going to have a chance in HELL of changing.
I have no idea who I am.
Oh, no.
I've been under a shadow for so long. I don't know who I am. I have no idea. And I felt that I always had to live this perfect life because I didn't want anybody to, you know, think ill about me or think ill about anybody in my family. So I felt that I had to live a certain way.
I think, Towanda, you know who you are. I think there are parts of you that are uncomfortable, and there are parts of you that you feel are dysfunctional. You know very well that distrusting men, hating men, you know, that doesn't work really well. You know that. But it feels comfortable. It's really easy to be black and white about things. You know, like, for example, my mother was wronged in the divorce. My father was the evildoer. And I don't have to worry about the gray. It's black and white. Mom's good, dad's bad.
I want to have a relationship with my father, but if it means that I would have to have a relationship with his new life, then I don't want it.
That's interesting. And how long has he been married?
I don't know, a few years.
So one of the things you're doing, I can see inside, is you're saying, I might be able to have a relationship with my father. I might, but not if it has to include his girlfriend or wife.
His wife.
So you set the boundary. And that reduces your anxiety a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay? And it makes you feel in control.
Right, and that's another one of my problems.
Right. So let me ask you this. Who had the contract with your mother?
My father.
Your father. Think about how you're thinking about forgiving your father, who actually had the contract, both morally and legally, with your mother. But you won't forgive the woman who had no contract at all, who couldn't steal someone away unless they wanted to be stolen away. She has to become the bad person to allow you to even contemplate having a relationship with your father. Very normal, given the situation. Why you know that? Really normal, very typical. Not particularly useful, but very typical and very normal. So at this point, let her go and deal with whatever you want to deal with your father.
They're out there. They're out there, you guys.
Go through rose petals, Kim. Hurry! Hurry, Kim. Run! Go, Kim.
Very funny. Hurry.
She's not. Yeah.
Well,
Why are you doing that? Okay.
I'm trying to make her feel welcome, Kim. You're not trying to scare the crap out of her.
I guess this is it.
Who do you want to get the door? Me? There we go.
Wait.
Hello. Hi. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Come on in.
I'm Summer.
I'm your roommate.
Yay.
Summer?
Yes.
Hi, Kim.
Kim,
Nice to meet you.
I have spent a long time trying to figure out why I can be happy in certain aspects of my life and so miserable in others. I've done everything that I know how to do to figure out how to make my puzzle pieces fit together. I'm out of options. There's no way in my life that I could ever work as hard as I'm going to work on myself in this house.
So she graduated already?
No.
Or left? Okay.
We didn't get to pick our rooms or our roommates, and we can't switch, just so you know.
Interesting.
Unfortunately, we have the smallest room. So here's your room.
Yay.
And I got you a couple of things. This is your bed.
Aw.
These are your towels.
And I'm sort of expecting maybe somebody a little bit older, but I'm really trying to keep an open mind and not make any judgments at all.
Well, here's your side of the closet, so let me kind of show you. These two are your drawers.
Oh, wow, okay.
So this is mine because I only have the one drawer. Here's our bathroom, and here, these are my towels, the burgundy ones. This is your side, and then your side of the cabinet.
Kim she's a little bit older. She definitely has that authority over me, and I'm not sure how it's going to work having probably two fairly aggressive people in a very small, very hot bedroom.
She's 100% responsible. She sat there and said that she should have gotten up and she should have left. Why didn't you?
Group's gonna start any second. Well, it's starting any second. So be ready.
My goal is to discover who I'm really going to be when I don't have to let the weight make the decisions for me. When I got to the point that I was just like disgusted with myself in pictures, that was when I was like, this is serious. This is definitely serious.
Morning, ladies.
Good morning.
I'm Rhonda.
I'm Sommer.
How are you?
Hi. I'm Iyanla.
Say that again?
Iyanla.
Iyanla.
Yes. Summer, I'm gonna ask you and Sinead to switch places.
I think Summer is really nice. I'm really excited to get to know her. I think it's going to be a good experience for all of us.
So Iyanla and I want to find out about you, Summer, and why you are at the Starting Over house. And of course, I'm sure your housemates want to know your story and find out a little bit about you.
Okay, well, I'm 26. I was a talent agent at a modeling agency, and 4 months ago, this Thursday, I had gastric bypass surgery. Wow. Nothing worked. I tried Atkins for a while, and then I tried Weight Watchers. The final thing for me was I didn't want to have to fight it my entire life. I mean, it's exhausting. It's depressing. It's been, I think, 75 pounds in less than 4 months. Wow. We're hoping it keeps coming, and so I'm kind of here to start over and learn how to be thin. I don't really know. I've never been there.
And so what was the moment that you said, this is done, I'm stopped? What made you get to that moment?
My grandmother passed away last October, and she was probably 450, and she was about 4'11". Watching her in that nursing home was just, she had gone to the bathroom and nobody had come for hours to clean her up. And I mean, that's humiliating. You know, and the reason that they didn't come was mostly because it would take 2 or 3 of them at least to do anything. I just didn't, I mean, I didn't know that I would ever necessarily get there, but I didn't want to risk it. Anything that's genetic hopefully can be fought off.
Well, let's see some photos and find out a little bit more about you. Plasma, please.
So scared.
You'll be fine. Here.
All right, this was last summer, and we were fixing to go out to a bar, so that is Jack Daniels and Diet Coke, and that...
That's a big old honking glass.
I had a good time that night. These are pictures of my actors that have become my friends, my models that have become my friends.
So how did it feel to be 273 pounds and work in the modeling agency?
Well, it pretty much sucked. Yeah. They'd said things before when I would try to lose weight about, like, if I lost the weight, I would be, like, the prettiest one of the group and all this stuff, and I'm like, yeah, whatever. I think I made up for being afraid of being judged by my looks by, I know this business.
Next photo.
Okay, this is the biggest I ever got that I let anybody take a picture of me. So, and I look at that now. I didn't even find it till about a month ago. I developed some film and was like, oh, I forgot about that. It looks swollen. I don't know. I can't believe, it's really hard to believe how easily you don't see yourself.
As I'm listening to Sommer tell her story, I am curious as to why she chose to have gastric bypass surgery.
Can I ask a question? Are you jealous of your girlfriends?
Well, of course.
Is that why you had the surgery?
No, God, no. I mean, I had to take out a loan. The insurance wouldn't even cover it, so that, believe me, I would not have incurred that kind of...
I was just wondering, if you're in the modeling business and you have all these beautiful, skinny friends, is it that you wanted to sort of be like them? And
on a certain level, I'm jealous, but I really like who I am, and I know I had to be this way to develop that personality or whatever.
So you said your insurance wouldn't cover it, so they didn't see it as a health issue?
Well, I did it before I had any real health issues. Like, my blood pressure was a little high, but nothing, I wasn't on medicine for anything, and I hadn't developed diabetes or any of that.
Okay.
Who's this? Okay, Tiffany's in the middle. Now, I am definitely gonna cry. Tiffany, 4 years ago was killed in a car accident with another one of our friends. And, hadn't seen her in a long time.
Was it
You know, she was
driving?
wasted. She was wasted, but she wasn't driving.
Who's this handsome guy?
We met when I was a senior.
And what's his name?
Nathan. He decided to join the Marines, like, out of the blue. He shows up in my work, and he's like, I'm leaving for the Marines in 11 days, and remember my ex-girlfriend? Well, I'm gonna marry her. Anyway, so he goes off to the Marines, and she starts planning the wedding, you know.
Were you secretly in love with him?
It was like my best friend's wedding?
Well, there's more to the story. Okay, so he gets married, goes overseas.
So were you secretly in love with him?
Not that I was aware of.
Okay, so it was real secret.
He came home from deployment. She couldn't come because it was shortly after Christmas. So he came home by himself. He's calling every once in a while, and I don't know, after a lot of alcohol, he started playing Truth or Dare. And obviously, I mean, I don't want to say that alcohol is an excuse. It definitely opened some doors that we didn't really know were there, I guess. And one of the things they dared us to do was go into the other room for like 5 minutes or whatever and make out. The fact that we did it amazes me now. It's humiliating. It's like the one black spot, the one regret that I have.
Did you have sex with him? You had sex with him.
See, that's it. That's a new simple sentence.
Thank you.
I met
You
with
had
him.
an affair with a married man.
With a married man.
Did you have sex with him? You had sex with him.
See, that's it. That's a new
You had an affair with a married man.
With a married man.
Had an affair with a married man that she's secretly in love with for how many years that she named as her best friend. But
see, it wasn't a secret. It wasn't a secret. She knew she loved him, but figured because she was overweight, he couldn't love her.
I personally believe that you put it in the back of your mind and just kept it there because you just didn't want to accept it.
But you know what I find very interesting? That we have the opportunity to have the other woman in the room with Miss Towanda.
If I was in Sommer's shoes, I would feel ashamed. I would feel embarrassed. I would feel humiliated. It brings up a lot of stuff for, I think, a lot of us in this house.
He went back home and he couldn't handle it, so he told his wife, and he told her it was me. I started feeling really bad, so I called him because I just knew something was wrong. And she answered the phone, and he had left because she had thrown him out. And she called me a whore and told me I'd been planning this from day one.
Every boyfriend I've had has cheated on me with some other woman, and sometimes my best friends. It leads me to believe that I don't want anything to do with Sommer.
Eventually it came down to he wasn't going to feel, he had made a commitment to her. Okay, so you fast forward, she had been separated, she had left him, and they officially filed for divorce like 3 weeks earlier.
did you get together?
Yes, and we were inseparable for almost a year. I get a call from his brother. He had been driving home and he was drunk. God, and the car flipped and he wasn't wearing his seatbelt right, and that was that.
I feel very bad for her. I've never lost a friend or a family member, so I don't really know what it's like to lose someone, but I feel for her.
I was not allowed to go to his funeral.
You were not allowed to go to his funeral.
It's a big mess.
A lot of healing to be done. You're here to start over, and you know, one thing about the Starting Over house is that many times you'll find out more about yourself than you ever anticipated. And that's the good thing about the Starting Over house. Your goal is to lose weight and gain self.
Just seeing that makes me want to cry. I've carried that as an excuse, I think, to not put myself out there. And I want to put myself out there so I can figure out what I really like. I mean, 26 may not be old, but it's old enough that you don't want to waste any more time.
I'm actually trying not to make any judgments at all because that's something that I normally do.
Well, I am going to be your primary coach, so you and I will be spending lots of time together. And Iyanla is going to be your support coach, and so you'll be experiencing her as well. And you and I are going to start today.
To me, I'm sorry, but anybody that has an affair with a married, I have no respect for. None. Because all of us have been a prodigy of the other woman. She's 100% responsible. If you choose to lay down with another man's...
In her defense, I think by that she was meaning that he was half responsible, and so is she.
And what I said was, in my opinion, he's 100% and she's 100%.
Remember, she sat there and said that she should have gotten up and she should have left. Why didn't you? Knowing he was married.
It's gonna be something.
So how do you like the first day at Starting Over?
It's been interesting, for sure.
I want to do an exercise with you because I want to understand where you are. I want to see what you see. Uh-oh. Okay? Okay. Oh, you ready for the exercise? Okay. I want you to draw me your ideal body. The best body you can even contemplate.
But the drawing doesn't have to be good, right?
I'm asking Sommer to draw her ideal body. Why does she want to lose weight? What weight would it be? What would she look like?
Okay, so
I want to be fit. I want to be strong.
Fit and strong. So why don't you go ahead and label that fit and strong.
I'm the most insecure, confident person you'll ever meet because I'm very secure in like who I am as a person. I mean, I have my issues, believe me, but overall I really like who I am. And the only thing that I'm insecure about really is because people judge you right off on your looks before they ever get to know you.
So give me some adjectives. You fit and strong. What else is this person? You see this person walking down the street. How else would you describe them?
I have a feeling they'll come and taunt me. Happy.
I'm asking Sommer to draw the body she thinks she wants, because when she writes it down, then we can get to the heart of it. What feelings? What does she want to become? Who does she want to be?
Now I want you to draw me what you felt like or what you think you look like pre-surgery.
And I have to draw how I was at my heaviest. And so I am not happy about this.
There you go. I'm now asking Sommer to draw her body at her highest weight of 273. The body she definitely doesn't like. And she's drawing a snowman.
What other adjective describes a person that calls himself a snowman? Now let's see the shape you are right now. Go ahead and lean against there. We're gonna draw you. Get a reality check.
It is the most terrifying experience to have to look at exactly where you're at right now.
How are you feeling right now?
Uncomfortable.
Tell me about that.
It's just, I know when I see something like this, I'm gonna take it with me.
I'm thinking that I'm gonna see that and see that I haven't come all that far, even though I think that I have.
Go ahead and look. You ready?
I'm very uncomfortable with this situation.
Look here. Not here. Look here. What are the tears for?
I just want to look on the outside like I feel like I am on the inside.
Sommer is sharing with me that she wants to match her outside to how she feels on the inside. But as I'm looking at these drawings of her body, all I see is negativity.
I have high standards.
Oh, high standards. Go ahead and write that down. Let's write high standards down. Yeah, let's just go ahead and write high standards down. That's handy, too. Another really handy excuse. So I want you to step back here, and I want you to take a good look at the pathway, okay? So this is a pathway. This is all the things you think about yourself. Do you really want the outside to match the inside?
I don't know what it's gonna look like.
Yeah. So you're more scared. Okay.
It is scary.
Yeah. Because why? What could happen?
I don't know. I could fix everything on the outside and find out that it's all messed up inside too. Apparently it is.
When you take that excuse away, then what's really gonna be there? Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Well, I just don't understand how you're being made to do all these things for people when you have
That's all I have to say.
You have relationships
And I
that
said
you need to
nothing
mend
else.
before you make new ones.
I just thought, well, that'd be fun to have like a Hawaiian luau. I'm gonna sit here, and I'm gonna have her sit there. And I want pink. I got the pink one for me.
Ooh! I'm a little overwhelmed at the moment. I definitely just want to take everything that's going on at face value and not overanalyze it.
What are we gonna put on the plates? Pizza or something?
Yeah. Come on in.
I love confetti.
You can't smoke here. I'll show you where you can, okay? When we're done.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Come on, Josie, Jennifer. Let's go.
Get me an onion.
Cute. Adorable.
Here. Hey!
That's not fair.
Oh, I was just partying.
Oh, good
You
job.
got it in my mouth.
Good job.
Jennifer, it's in my mouth.
Oh, shit!
Who's cleaning this up?
I feel like it's kind of hard to feel her out She's being really quiet, but it might just be because she is uncomfortable.
Don't! You wanted to play with the big boys?
Probably gonna be awake for a few more hours, trying to guess what all of the women are thinking about me at this point.
I do not respect somebody that has chosen to have an affair with a married man. I know that for me, I made a judgment. It's gonna be something.
Oh, I'm gonna have to hurt you. There's no more for me. It's gonna be a ride to accept Sommer.
Next week on Starting Over, Kim flips out.
I'm pissed off.
I'm not very happy at this moment.
Josie takes a stand.
It was very disrespectful. So if anybody should be saying I'm sorry, it maybe should be the people that treated me like.
I'm pretty much done with Sine.
Jennifer releases more pain.
Yes, I'm still pissed off about it. It's not fair. I'm the kid, I'm not the adult.
Towanda can't deal with her newest roommate.
I don't agree with that. That's my opinion.
He didn't play a game with her. She knew he was married. She knew.
And Sommer faces a mountain of regret.
It's knowing that I had that moment. And I could have made the right choice and I didn't.